Hello, my lovely viewers, and welcome. I am Kira, a romantic ace, and tonight we are streaming Chapter 2 of Perfect Match 2. If you haven't joined me before, welcome! I drink and I cuss. If you want to play the drinking game along with me, the rules are right here on the screen, also below the player at twitch.tv/aromanticace. If you cannot read the rules in either spot, go to that website, click on the image, and it will take you to my Wattpad, where you can read the most recent version of the drinking game rules in text form. Also, if you haven't joined me before, the story so far, we are playing as Kira, a former resident of New York City who probably had a job of some sort, who patronized this dating service called Eros at the advice of her BFF and cousin Nadia, who found the love of her life, Steve, through this service and was just so insistent that we do the same. So we did, and we met the wonderful Hayden, now Chloe, and everything was coming up roses until she and Steve got concussions, and we found out that they are not humans. They are replicants, matches, and this all turned into Blade Runner Genesis, is what it did. So now we're on the run from this shady corporation that, of course, was not really a dating service. They were just using the dating service to test out how human their replicants could be. And here we thought we'd gotten ourselves a victory, only to find out that they have replaced one of our friends, Damien, with a replicant. We're still apparently on the train that he was not a replicant the entire time, that he was replaced at a specific point. I'm personally not convinced by that, but okay. So now well, yeah, I guess we've seen a video of what's supposed to be real Damien getting the shit beat out of him by one of the Eros employees. I told you I cuss. And we're supposed to go rescue him now, so who are we recruiting? His backstabbing ex-girlfriend, and that's almost in the most literal sense. She literally betrayed us to Eros, and then was gonna straight up just betray us and abandon us again. She came to break Damien out, but was planning to leave all the rest of us behind. So now we're apparently just supposed to trust her and forgive her for everything, and I'm not here for that. So let's see what they actually expect out of me here. So the stinger for Chapter 2 says, Alana's back, and she has connections that could bring you closer to rescuing Damien. What does that mean? Let's find out! Alana aims a gun at Dames's head, while you and Nadia watch on in horror. I'm not going anywhere until I get some answers. Yeah, that's nice. I don't care. Lana, let's just take a moment. Maybe put the gun down. You know, don't get all shooty here just yet. Nadia texted me in all caps that Damien's been replaced by a match clone, and you want me to take a moment? Yes! I would like you to put the gun away. We're in public. You're an Interpol agent. In a vest, apparently. People are gonna see you pointing a gun at us and assume things, and then we're gonna have gun-happy cops showing up. I don't know if the police in France carry sidearms, because I've never been to France, but if they do, we have a pretty good idea of what's probably gonna happen. Especially since, yeah, she's literally standing here in uniform all... Yeah, no, this will not end well for us. He could be spying on us right now. Child, we have a master hacker in our crew, and you really think this replicant is still spying on us? That's adorable. Alana swallows, concern shining through her eyes. Oh, bullshit it is. Concern for herself, maybe. Not concern for us. Her hands quiver for a moment. Then her aim steadies. God fucking shit. I don't like this. Alana, I think this is maybe not your moment to talk, dames. Who are you? And what have you done with Damien? Alana, we can say, he wasn't part of it, he didn't know. Or, he's on our side now. I mean, the beautiful thing about Alana being a master betrayer is she's not going to believe us no matter what we say because she knows how to betray people. So I'm gonna go with, what's the honest truth and say, Alana, he wasn't part of it. He didn't know. He really did think he was Damien. They used him. He's just as much a victim here as all of us. They can't track us through him anymore either. Sloane used her techno magic to break all their thingies. Oh, bless you, Nadia. I'm sorry about the text. I panicked. But at least you're here now. Alana slowly lowers her gun, her face unreadable. Show me. Oh, God. Wordlessly, Dames tugs away his jacket and shirt from his shoulder and presses hard. The panel slides open, the circuitry casting an unearthly blue glow to his features. I'd like to point out we are still standing in the middle of the street, and he's just busting his chest open in front of God and everybody. Okay. Alright. This is gonna end well. I mean, yeah, what do you say to that? Yeah. Oh my God. You asked. So, you see why we need Bangsat Kurangajare Mang. I don't know what language that is, so I'm so sorry about my accent. Oh, for God's sake. I'm going to kill every last one of them. Alana lets out a long string of expletives in several languages, finishing with a hard kick to an empty bottle on the sidewalk. It shatters against the curb with a smash. Feel better? No! Good, because I don't really give a shit how you feel, Alana. Yeah, I tried that. It didn't help. Although thanks to my newfound super strength, I caused a lot more damage. This is actually a good question. Do they have some kind of like restrictor plate in place when these things still think they're human? Because say Dames didn't find out he was a replicant. Say he continued to think he was Damien. What happens the first time he literally just like punches through a brick wall? Or accidentally snaps someone's neck just trying to choke them out? What then? Like, I see so many problems here. Alana narrows her gaze at him, frowning hard as he talks. You're a very convincing copy. Oh, what's the matter, Alana? Do you love him? God, I'm gonna throw up. That's what we've been reeling from the past few weeks. Alana stares at Dames, her face softening as her eyes roam his face. I've seen what Eros is willing to do to get what they want, but this is dark. This is really messed up. Thank you for stating the obvious. Oh, sure, because until now, everything they've done has been totally fine. I mean, to her it has been, Nadia, because she doesn't give a shit about anyone but herself and supposedly Damien. So, yeah. Alana squares her shoulders with a firm nod and holsters her weapon, her face all business. Okay, finally, put the fucking gun away. Okay. All right, I'm in. Let's get Damien back. This is Chapter 2, Unlikely Ally. I hate to put a damper on this whole rally the troops moment, but we still don't have a plan. You mean RoboCop over there wasn't installed with Damien's full set of Interpol contacts and skills? I'm shocked. You are not making this easier, Alana. RoboCop, Alana? Really? We've been calling him Dames. It's what he told us to call him, so that is his name, thank you. Dames, then. Nadia's text mentioned Japan, so I put out word with my contacts, and one of them might have some information. He's inside. I don't like this. Nadia's contacts? Or Alana's contacts? I don't think so. Look, you probably don't want me here, even though you called me, so why am I saying that? But you have to know I'll do whatever I can to help Damien. You're right, I don't want you here. I would like you gone as soon as possible. Alana, we can say, good to have you, or glad to have you on board. Won't this interfere with your Interpol job? Or, excuse me? It's your fault Eros took him. Directly, that is true. However, we don't have a guarantee that it wouldn't have happened at some point anyway, because that replicant had to be waiting and ready to go. I know they're matches. They're replicants. That match had to be ready to go when they got a hold of Damien. So they evidently had this plan for a little while. Point being, this might not entirely be Alana's fault. I'm not glad to have her on board, so... Alana, won't this interfere with your Interpol job? Job just wrapped up. I haven't got my new assignment yet, so I'm all yours. Thank you for the plot hole patch. Alana's bravado cracks as she looks at Dames's familiar face. Even if it weren't. For Damien, I'd tell them to find a replacement. Got plenty of vacation time stored up. I'll bet you do. Alana, that's not like you. What, the vacation time or dropping everything to help someone? Is Alana a replicant too? Because Why don't we just go for broke here? Then maybe you don't know me as well as you think you do. No, see, you can get a pretty good image of somebody's character by what they choose to say and do, so I am really not about this um, let's forgive the obvious, traitor and, you know, just because she's crawled back and said she's sorry. No, she hasn't even done that much. She hasn't even said she's sorry for her part. I suppose maybe she would have if we'd have snapped at her about it, but I'm kind of trying not to antagonize the woman with the gun. So, don't we have a contact to meet up with? I doubt he appreciates being kept waiting. Can we just, like... yeah. Glad we're all on the same page. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the cabaret. Oh dear. Okay. Oh my god, it's literally a cabaret set. That's adorable. This bar looks suspiciously familiar. The place is noisy and dimly lit, with a lively crowd of people enjoying themselves. They're invisible, but they're enjoying themselves. My contact is Remy Fournier. He deals in off-the-market tech with a web of corporate spies. He's... let me guess. Dangerous, crazy, trigger-happy? He's probably just like a chill guy who likes wine or something. He's just weird. He's got power in certain circles, but only uses it to get his hands on new toys to play with. Anyway, he owes me a favor. A lot of favors, actually. It's time he finally came through on his end. Okay, sure. Is his end gonna be betraying us back to Eros? Because at this point, I wouldn't be surprised. Nadia, can you stick by the entrance and keep an eye out for any surprises? I'm on it! Nothing'll get by me. Okay, what are you gonna do if it tries, Nadia? She glowers at the cabaret's patrons as she takes a seat by the front door. When you're out of earshot, you lean over to Dames. So little, so fierce. And so very much out of harm's way. Yeah. Good point. Who knows what kind of person Remy is? Where is he, anyway? Oh, he's right over there. Alana tilts her head toward a patron. Who's... Yeah, he dresses kind of eccentrically, I'm not gonna lie. The coat there is, it's a choice. He's keeping an eye on us, wondering what we're talking about. I thought we should discuss strategy first. You know this guy better than we do. What do you suggest? He needs a firm hand or he'll stray off topic. He tries to talk his way out of things, so being direct and to the point is crucial. It also won't hurt to be clear about what exactly is at stake here. I could put him away for years if I turned in what I have on him. You want to threaten the guy? Won't that make him less willing to help us? We have enough enemies. We don't need more. Let's show him how cooperating will benefit his interests. Make him want to help us. See, that is actually how negotiation works. You look for the win-win. You don't just try to bully the other person into getting what you want. Because if you try to bully the other person, then they tend to turn around and either be extremely resentful or fuck you over later. So yeah. Alana rolls her eyes. We are here to get information, not make friends. Remy just wants to play with his toys and not get in trouble. He always cracks under pressure. That's part of the problem, Alana. You've just told us this guy is going to be a terrible, terrible liability. Oh my god. So you threaten him on a regular basis, then? Guys, focus! So we can say, if threatening him is what it takes, let's do it. He'll be more cooperative if we treat him with respect. Or, let's emphasize getting out of Remy's way. So, I'm not down for threatening him. Like I said, this isn't an effective negotiation tactic. He'll be more cooperative if we treat him with respect is true, or let's emphasize getting out of Remy's way, which is pursuant to his interests. Because he just wants to be left alone, so our point is that if you do this now, then, we leave you alone. Everybody wins. So, I'm liking that last one. Guys, focus. Let's emphasize getting out of Remy's way. Yep, see? Okay. Remy doesn't want to be here? Then let's keep it simple and quick. Hopefully he'll be forthcoming if it means getting rid of us. You follow Alana's lead as she moves across the table to take a seat. You follow Alana's lead as she moves across the room to take a seat at a table in front of Remy Fournier. You threaten to turn me into the cops, drag me to this noisy bar when I could be doing other things, and then you have the gall to be late. Yeah, I guess. Nice to see you too. He looks her over, studying her in quick flicks of his eyes. Ah, so you were the one who shot up that little operation over at the docks. Okay. The Interpol vest kind of gives it away, doesn't it? You set back 2 of my competitors with 1 hit. I suppose I should thank you. You could thank me by telling us everything you know about suspiciously large tech orders in Japan. Who are your friends? Meddlesome do-gooders with an overwrought sense of justice. They're the only thing keeping me from doing what I want with you. Wow, we said no threatening, Alana. Down, girl. Alana. Do you practice saying creepy things as sexily as possible? Others may find it charming, but it doesn't work on me. You know why we're here, Remy. We can say, don't make us ask again. It's vital that we get that information. Or, cooperate and we'll be out of your hair. Again, his interests are to be left alone, so you know why we're here, Remy. Cooperate and we'll be out of your hair. Tell us what we want to know and we'll leave you alone. Another point. Leaving me alone is a great idea, so start doing that. Yeah, I kind of figured that was coming. You agreed to meet with us, so you must have something to share. Alana called me up and said if I'm not here in an hour, she would have me arrested. That's the only reason I'm here. So, you don't have any information? I have lots of information on all sorts of things. But since when are you interested in tech, Alana? Last I checked, it's not illegal to build computers. I mean, depends on how loosely you're defining the term computer here. As Remy talks, he pulls a phone from his pocket and texts rapidly. But if you're involved, it might be military tech. I heard rumors of someone working on a stealth project. Maybe I ought to place a bid. Alana reaches over and snatches the phone out of his hand. What? Hey! Dames flashes Remy a warm, friendly smile and leans on the table to focus the man's attention on himself. According to Alana, you know everything there is to know about the major players in technological advancements. So, surely you'd know if anyone has been dealing in that stuff in Japan recently. You mean besides everyone? It's Japan! That's like asking if I've noticed a lot of fish in the ocean these days. Actually, that, you know, climate change is a thing. That might not be the parallel you think it is there, Remy. Better yet, why don't you tell me more about this Japanese tech you're so interested in? Yeah, Alana does need to cool it the hell down. Like, this is why I don't want her here. This is one of the many reasons why I don't want her here. The company is called Eros, and they... Don't. He's just trying to wheedle information out of you. Eros, huh? And they're working on something big enough for Interpol to get involved. Quit playing around and tell us what it is. Please, Remy, tell us what we want to know. We can say, or we'll have to do things the hard way. You're the only one who can help us. Or, the sooner you talk, the sooner I take the mean lady away. Keep playing to his desire to be left alone. Please, Remy, tell us what we want to know. The sooner you talk, the sooner I take the mean lady away. Alana throws you a withering look. Ah ha ha! Good point. Yes. Okay. Tokyo. Tokyo? You wanted the short version, right? Alana kicks him hard under the table. Slightly longer than that, please. Ow! Remy rubs his knee under the table, his expression nervous. Alright, Eros. They were asking around for some pretty unique hardware. Not stuff you can find at your local shop and save. Okay. They needed dozens of high-grade power cores, data storage units that aren't even on the market yet. Loads of fun toys. Wanted it for their Tokyo branch. They've got to be building some kind of mobile device. Something lightweight, durable, capable of processing vast amounts of information. Like a highly complex drone network, perhaps? Well, depending on how you define drone. I'm not interested in theories, Remy. Do you know their location? Of course! How else would I deliver the supplies? So you're selling equipment to Eros? Depends on your definition of selling. Can you give us the address? What? I can't have you going in there, guns blazing. You'd ruin my chance to play with whatever it is they're making. Okay. Trust me, you don't want to get involved. So it's got to be weapons then. Or, you seem like a bleeding heart type. Maybe it's just sweatshop labor. Kinda. Just sweatshop labor? Listen, I get it. Customers find out you turned them into us, your reputation's shot. But we can play it off so they don't... Yeah, I know. But you want to stop whatever Eros is doing. I want them to keep doing it so I can watch. Oh my god. Some people just want to watch the world burn. They're dangerous and don't hesitate to operate outside of the law. Yeah, you just described half the people at my wedding. Trying to scare me off won't work. All right, enough talking. Alana, wait. We can say, do I get to punch him? Let's just scare him a little. Or, you don't want to cross Eros, Remy. You gotta keep him focused, man. You gotta keep his attention on the prize here. You don't want to cross Eros, Remy. I keep racking up points, so... Oh? And why is that? These people are dangerous. They have a whole facility built to psychologically manipulate those they take prisoner. They're holding my friend hostage. They've sent us videos of what they're doing to him, and I just... Oh, you. Hostage negotiations. Why didn't you just say so? Really? Wait, what? That's a whole lot of mess I do not want to deal with. I'm curious, not desperate. You can deal with them. I'm out. Alright, so we played up Remy's interest during the meeting, apparently successfully. Does this mean you'll help us? If Alana's done foaming at the mouth and wants to hand me back my phone, I'll be able to text you where to get the details. Why can't you give them to us now? Probably because he doesn't have them memorized. Yeah, exactly. He just finds hostage situations gross, but, you know, sweatshop labor is totally fine. Totally fine. It's fine. As long as, yeah, whatever, dude. Their instructions for a drop is a lot of information to pass along. I don't make a habit of carrying around details of my work. Fine. She hands him back his phone, and a few moments later, her own buzzes with a text message. It was a pleasure doing business with you. It was absolutely not. He leaves without another word. All right. The three of you head back to where Nadia sits, staring everyone down over the sugared rim of a rainbow-colored drink. She's taking her job so seriously, it's delightful. Hey, Nadia, we're done. Let's go. Oh, you're back! Did everything go okay? Alana, I know you like to play fast and loose with the rules, but since when do you hurt people to get information? Since my partner abandoned me and made my life 10 times harder? Oh my god! You did not just blame someone else for your abusive bullshit, Alana. I know you did not. Why are we supposed to forgive this woman again? Like, ever? Ever? Oh my god. I just... I have so many problems with this. I'll take that as a no. You worked alone for years before we partnered up. You did just fine. Yeah, and I seem to recall you had no problem breaking a guy's arm over the Rolf case. Whoa, hey, whoa. Yeah, she's... You know what? Third wheel over here is being one hell of a jerk. So take a drink. Actually, just take a gulp because she's been doing this the entire time. Behave, you two! Before you get us thrown out! Let's go. So, what did we learn? Does he know where Damien is? As you give Nadia a recap of the meeting, the tension between Alana and Dames rises around you. Oh boy. Is Dames gonna throw down? I'd like to see this. Let's do it. Would you really have beaten him up if he didn't agree to help us? I'm going to do what I have to get my partner back. I don't need an off-brand lookalike lecturing me about it. I'm not your partner anymore. Truer words never spoken. I'm clicking on all the wrong things. You're not anything at all. You're not Damien. Yeah, well, you know. Alana? I need to cool off. See you back at the hotel. He walks away, leaving the three of you standing in the Paris night. You know, Alana, we can say, you should go easy on him. I thought you made the right call. Or, you pull off the scary hot thing really well. Not remotely appropriate or healthy. Alana, you should go easy on him. Finding out your whole identity is a lie? I can't begin to know what he's going through. But he's still doing everything he can to help us get Damien back. Look, I didn't mean to yell at him. This entire situation is just... There's no training for this. No, there's never any any specific training for your former partner slash ex-boyfriend, probably, was kidnapped and replicated by an evil corporation. However, there is certainly training for not popping your mouth off and beating up informants. So, I'm struggling with having any kind of pity for you, Alana. I really am. Maybe you should tell that to dames, not us. She gives Alana one last meaningful glance before hugging you and hailing a cab. Yeah, exactly. There's training for not being a dick, Alana. Yup. Damn. I'm just striking out all over the place today. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you're an asshole, Alana. Alana's phone buzzes loudly. She frowns at the screen, then shoves it back into her pocket. Is it Remy? Does he have more information? No, it's just one more thing for me to deal with. Yeah. I need a drink. Today's been hell. She sighs, tossing her hair back and cracking her shoulders. Cracking her shoulders? Ouch. Ouch. Plus, she's still wearing this bulletproof vest, and they're not particularly comfortable. Would you want to, come with me, maybe? Hell to the no, Alana. No, like I said, I'm not here for the let's redeem the habitual abuser and traitor. I'm really not. I mean, I crack my shoulders, but I don't think regular people should. Yeah, I've never, so I don't have, hypermobility issues, right? I can't recall ever really cracking my shoulder. You can kind of crack your back between your shoulder blades, you can crack your neck, but I don't think I've ever actually, cracked my shoulder in any way. No, I can crack my hip sometimes, but not my shoulder. What? Really? Sure, why not? You hesitate, considering Alana's offer. Hey, no, I get it. We're not exactly friends, and there's a lot of bad blood between us. You seem to like the whole bonding thing, so I thought maybe it's a bad idea. So what do? Do we go out drinking with Alana in Paris for 16 diamonds, or let her drink alone? With that tie on her... on what I assume is her blouse, underneath her Interpol vest, which would be really uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie, she kind of looks like a waitress here. That ain't worth my 16 diamonds, y'all, to redeem, the habitual abuser and traitor. No, she can go drink alone. It's fine, she'll be fine. Like I said, I get it. I'll contact you when I have our travel plans sorted. See you around. Good. You decide to walk home, taking the long way and giving Dames plenty of space to walk back on his own, uninterrupted. I'm so glad the chat is behind me on this, honestly. As you enter your Père Air room, the warm scent of freshly baked cookies washes over you. Steve calls out to you from the kitchen. Steve, making me cookies. You're back just in time, Kira. Snacks are almost done. I love him. Honey, I'm home. The main sitting room is a mess of tangled cords connecting Sloane and her laptop to Chloe and Dames's exposed paneling. What is she, syncing them up? What the hell? She's updating their firmware. It'll be a few minutes. Oh, looks like you're having a party in here. Ugh, I wish. I'm running tests to compare the differences between their models and software. I'm not gonna get used to seeing wires under my skin. Ever. It's unsettling. The first few days after I found out the truth, I'd wake up and, for just a moment, I'd have a sliver of hope that it was all a dream, and I'd open my eyes and be normal again. Dames nods as he listens, but looks at his tightly clasped hands, not Chloe's face. If you ever need to talk about it, I'm more than happy to. You're very kind, Chloe. Thank you. Steve walks in holding 2 large plates of cookies. I love how we've got our little support systems. This is darling. I volunteered to be hooked up too, but Nadia thought cookies would be more helpful. Cookies are more helpful, Steve. Thank you. I think Nadia has the right idea. Speaking of, this other plate is for her. I better deliver it while it's still warm. But it's just as big as the one for us, and we're 5 people. Nadia likes cookies, what can we say? You have met Nadia, right? So, I told everyone what we learned from Rami. Tokyo, Alana, the plan. How are you all feeling about it? The Eros we're fighting now is so different from the one I worked for. Using illegal materials, creating copies of real people. I will not let them continue twisting the technology I created. If we can stop them, we have to. Using Remy's credentials to sneak in the back sounds like a solid plan to me. Getting Damien out safely is our top priority. Our training covered situations like this, but still. We need to get him out. Soon. I agree. We can say, who knows what they're doing to him, or Eros is gonna pay for this. We have not particularly been playing Kira like the vindictive sort. We've played her as much more concerned about her friends, at least up until now. So, we're gonna go with, I agree. Who knows what they're doing to him? I want to believe they wouldn't do anything to truly hurt Damien. Yeah, sure, just hold him against his will. That's fine. I mean, it's better than being dead. You're right. Nothing about this is fine. Nadia comes out of her room looking exhausted. She dramatically flops down beside you, leaning her whole weight on you and whining. I'm so tired. Sloane, tell me your tests magically revealed vital information and now all of our problems are solved. Incoming! Steve drops a cookie into Nadia's mouth before she can continue. Gotta bring your blood sugar back up there, Nadia. My tests aren't that powerful. I did learn something important, though. What did you find out? So, we knew that Dames and Chloe were modeled differently. The Hayden Young architecture wasn't built to copy an entire mind. Human mind. I'm trying to think of a way to explain this so you can understand it. We appreciate the effort to dumb it down to our level. She ignores you, concentrating on her thoughts so hard that her nose scrunches, lifting up her glasses and then dropping them back down again. I got it. Okay, so the matches have some pre-built memories installed, but otherwise it's pretty empty in their brains. Thanks? poor Alana, or poor Chloe. We highlighted social and sensory functions so matches would live in the moment. They're meant to explore new things and people. I take it Dames isn't built that way. No. His memory is already filled almost to the brim with complex emotions and memories of a past life. And there's not much room for anything new. So we're saying we're gonna have to start deleting older stuff to make room, like an actual human brain works. Like, you gotta defragment that shit once in a while. Wait, so does that mean we can say he's going to lose his memory, or he'll start glitching? I mean, I'm just thinking we install an external hard drive, but that's just my naive take on things. I don't know. I guess technically it means he's going to lose his memory. So wait, so does that mean he's gonna lose his memory? No, he'll keep whatever memories he has space for. Sloane wrings her hands as she turns to Dames. But you won't be able to process any new information. So he's gonna have short-term memory loss, is what we're saying. I don't understand. Why would you engineer a system this way? They must have assumed we'd find out really quickly. Honestly. And this... I don't know, this doesn't make sense to me. Even now, with tech that we have right now, we have the capability to set up a hard drive to just delete the older information as new stuff comes in. So why would they not set him up like that? Like, that's how brains work. I don't... whatever. How long do I have? Oh! I can find a way to work around it. I've already deleted the processes that were recording and uploading the logs. I could... How long, Sloane? Sloane flinches and looks down at her hands. Dames heaves a deep sigh and scrubs a hand over his face. I'm sorry for snapping. If you do everything you know how to do, how much longer do I have left? A few months at most. He does not look particularly happy about this news, I have to say. Dames's hands ball into fists. He grits his teeth, but doesn't say anything as the room bursts into conversation. A few months? Why? It's like they built him to be expendable. Which makes sense. He's a temporary spy, not a long-term romantic partner. Well, the matches weren't intended to be long-term romantic partners either. They were clearly intended to be short-term because any time the relationship got serious, they pulled the match out. So, like, because again, you're talking about like the matches having very little in the way of pre-built memory installed, right? If you're not creating a computer that can, essentially function like a human brain and chuck out memories it no longer needs, why would this be any fundamentally different from the way, say, Chloe or Steve would work? Eventually, their memories would fill up too, and they would stall out at some point in time with no means of retaining new memories. So, I just... No, this storyline was not thought out very well. This was some interesting ideas that were very clearly not fact-checked by people who actually know what they're doing. I mean, for God's sake, we had Sloane talking about teaching differential equations in algebra. Like, come on. Really simple shit this thing doesn't check. So, yeah. Also, the other thing, they just put a strange USB drive straight into their private computer, which is literally the thing you are never supposed to do, and yet apparently the Secret Service did it. Like, I'm pretty sure we fucking invented that technique. Like, come on. Come on now. Ugh. Chloe quietly puts a hand on Dames' shoulder, giving it a squeeze. That's not right. You deserve so much more than that, Dames. Well, can't you just make more space? Clear out the recycle bin or something? Add in a defragmenting routine? Come on! Anything! I can. If I delete the memories he has now, he'll have room for new ones. Wait, so if he forgets parts of his past, then he'll be able to have a future? Yeah, it's almost like that's the way it works. Like... Honestly, think about this for 5 seconds, people. Do you retain every single moment of every single day that you live long term? The answer is no. You hold stuff, at the forefront of your mind. Like, you can't even remember your entire day second for second. A computer can. It can literally track all of that if you have, if you have solid state memory that basically just auto saves every second. So, like, your brain has this built-in process where it literally filters through and decides what memories it needs to preserve and what memories it doesn't. So why would we be surprised that this is how it works? I mean, I don't know how intensive, their download of Damien's memory was, whether it was supposed to contain, like, literally every second of his life, because that's all tucked away in your brain somewhere, which it's not really, or what, but, like, also, you can just upgrade the RAM and the hard drive, y'all. Like, they'll make higher capacity hard drives or something, you just stick that in there. It carries around a little backpack with, childhood memories. If he needs to remember something, he just, like, plugs that in a USB port. I'm saying there are workarounds that y'all haven't thought of, and it shows. Yeah, we should make a robot romance. Oh, cool, let's write it in one night with our brains operating on nothing. I'm sure it'll turn out great. I mean, I'm sure this took more than one night, but yeah, this was people who didn't know even as much about computers as I do, and I'm not going to pretend I know a lot about computers. I'm not sure which option is worse. Forgetting... If you still end up with the capacity to retain memories, forgetting parts of your past is not... Like I said, it's how memory works. It's when you end up losing like large swaths and tracts of memory that you wind up with symptoms like Alzheimer's disease, right? Yeah, it's cyberpunk, but not fully understanding cyberpunk. Yeah, it's really not. It's not familiar with its own genre. It's trying to do a genre that it doesn't know much about, is what's going on. If it were up to me, I think I'd want to, we can say, keep my past, have a future, or burn Eros to the ground. Okay, so, generally, it seems from the, rather small sample size that is my Twitter, it seems that people value the present over the past and even the future by a fairly large margin. So, the present tense answer here is burn Eros to the ground. Right? Keeping your past is, that very conservative thing where you want to stay exactly as you are, right? Having a future is perhaps the more sensible answer because you may stay exactly the same, but the people with whom you have those relationships are going to change, but you're not going to be able to change with them. You're not, at a certain point even going to remember that they're changing. So yeah, I'm not doing keep my past. Have a future or burn Eros to the ground. I think... Okay, and the other thing is we haven't actually played Kira as being very vindictive, so I guess we're going to say, if it were up to me, I think I'd want to have a future. I'd want to keep the most important memories, but a lot of it I could do without if it meant making new memories in the future. Yes, that's how brains work. There has to be some way to fix this. Without extremely expensive upgrades, there's nothing I can do. Well, it just so happens that we're about to be invading a facility with a lot of extremely expensive upgrades. Damien is not expendable. Someone draws in a quiet gasp at your mistake. Oops. I meant Dames. Dames isn't expendable either. Dames stands up and walks rapidly to the door. Oops. I'm taking a walk. I'll come with you. Just let me... I'm fine. Don't follow me. Oops. Yeah. Calling somebody by a name that's not theirs is not cool. He slams the door as he goes, and Nadia puts a hand on top of yours. Give him some space. He'll come back. That's not what I'm worried about. More cookies, anyone? Oh, Steve's trying over here. He's trying, the poor sweet thing. Yeah, there's like mixing up siblings, right? My mother always got called by her sister's name and vice versa, and hell, I got called by both of their names by my grandmother for no apparent reason. I can understand calling me by my mother's name, but I am literally nothing like my aunt. So that's very strange to me. But like, especially when he's explicitly asked us not to, and there are particular reasons, and like, oof, oof. Plus, like, that whole situation where, you know, you've blurted out that the human isn't expendable, and, like, yeah, his replicant's right there being like, well, thanks a lot, you know? I get it. I get him being upset by it. I'd be pretty upset. Sloane drops her head onto the table with an audible thunk. Poor baby. Why is everything so awful? Because capitalism, Sloane. And ego. Because the universe is bound by entropy, and there's nothing we can do to halt the inevitable dissolution of order in this reality. Oh my god, that's literally not what entropy is, Nadia, but... Ah! That's not... Ah! I really wish we didn't explain entropy as being disorder, because that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. Okay. Alright. It's really mostly because capitalism and ego. And, you know, privilege. And the desire to hold on to that privilege and to have that privilege at all costs. And, yeah. What? Okay, then it's time for hot chocolate and bubble baths. God bless you, Steve. Oh my goodness. I will be happy to have you as a cousin-in-law. Not even mini mallows can make today better. How about mini mallows soaked in booze? I mean, they would dissolve, so you'd basically just have sugary booze, but it really doesn't sound that bad. Steve bends over, scoops Nadia into his arms, and hoists her over his shoulder. What? Steve? Unfortunately, according to the care and keeping of Nadia Park, this is non-optional. The what? The binder she made me after our third date. Oh my god, yes. Oh my god. Stephen Tennyson, you promised to never speak of that to anyone. Whoops. I'll double the mini mallows. Triple them. Steve kicks their bedroom door shut behind him, and you soon hear the sound of bathwater running. Since Dames is taking a breather, you really ought to take a break, Sloane. Oh, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. And now that I have all the data, I can do more analysis, and... She accidentally knocks over an empty energy drink can, which clatters to the floor, rattling as it hits two other cans. No, Sloane, you need to defragment. Go to sleep. How much caffeine have you had today? Oh, my heart rate has consistently remained below the danger threshold of 180 beats per minute. Okie dokie then. Chloe narrows her eyes at her best friend. Uh-oh, we're gonna piss her off. When was the last time you went outside? Oh God, don't ask me that question, Chloe. Outside is not necessary for optimal biological functions. Sloane has every answer. I love it. Sloane, you need a break. Even if it's just to watch TV or aimlessly scroll through the internet. Yeah, go on Twitter. It'll be great. You know, escapism. We need you at the top of your game, not burnt out before we even get to Japan. You're right. Surely we can think of something to do in this city. It's a major tourist destination after all. Oh! Well, there is... Yes? I've always wanted to go on a boat ride through the city. Oh, I think I know where the idea for our first date came from, Kira. Wow, that is incredibly uncomfortable. Or shopping in Paris. You always see that in movies. You can do both, you know. Kira and I went shopping, and it was a ton of fun. I'm kind of terrible at anything to do with fashion, though. What if I'm totally out of place and can't find anything? Well, then you still got to walk through Paris, and that's fun. I'll help you pick something out. Trust me. You really need a break, Sloane. Oh my goodness, look how cute. So what do? We can give Sloane a Parisian makeover for your boating trip for 17 diamonds, or encourage her to take a nap. I like that these are two very reasonable options, actually. But, like, just look at her. Look how cute. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. It looks comfy, too, actually. The top maybe not as much, because I'd be constantly fighting it coming off my shoulders, but the pants... kind of want those pants. I think you know where I'm going with this. We're going to give Sloane a Parisian makeover for our boating trip. Okay, let's do it. You and Sloane wander through the streets of Paris. I knew Paris was the fashion capital of the world, but I didn't realize there'd be so many clothing stores. I have no idea where to even start looking. Maybe we should just pick one. Close your eyes, spin around, and point to one. Sloane closes her eyes, laughing as you turn her by the shoulders on the sidewalk. When she stops, her finger is pointing at... That's a fruit stand. Hey, you gotta start somewhere. You bump her hand a few inches, so it's pointing at the store next door. Oh, would you look at that? A nice little boutique that sells not one single fruit. Let's go. You gotta account for margin of error there, Sloane. Oh, wow. Everything is so elegant. Here, try this one. It'll look great on you. Sloane takes the outfit, running the fabric between her fingers. This is so soft. Be right back. A moment later, she steps out of the dressing room and does a little twirl. Damn, Sloane. We can say, you're stunning, or you look fantastic in black. Like, I mean, she is stunning, but I know if I say that, then they're gonna, like, nudge me in the relationship direction, which is, you know, not that different from the types of calculations I have to make in my everyday life, but whatever. I'm not salty, or you're salty. Um, no, I mean, like, I'm gonna have to go with the other one, unfortunately, but yeah, it's that same outfit. Look how purty. She looks so good. I love it. I love it. Damn, Sloane, you look fantastic in black. These clothes are nicer than anything I've ever picked out for myself. How are we affording this? Seriously, like, I know Nadia's been making money with her paintings, but I can't imagine any kind of lodging in Paris is cheap. So, where is the money for this coming from? I need to know. Good thing you have me, your personal shopper. She beams at herself in the mirror, but after a moment, her shoulders slump slightly. I'm not sure I can pull off this kind of outfit. Like, maybe I look like I'm trying too hard. No, sweetheart, you look like you're trying just hard enough. Sloane, we can say it absolutely suits you. It's a new version of you. Or you are hot as hell. I'm into it. My God, the aloes are not okay. Jesus. Like, every time we turn around, Kira is just like a freaking thirst trap, I swear. Like, I think, Sloane, it absolutely suits you. It's a very smart outfit. Sleek and no nonsense, bold and to the point. It suits you perfectly. Really? Well, when you break it down like that, I definitely see your point. Yeah, we gave Sloane a makeover in Paris. Now that you're all glammed up, I believe we have a boat to catch. You walk beside the river, laughing as Sloane tries to be subtle about looking at a reflection in every shiny surface you pass. Oh my goodness! Yay! Pick a boat already. Oh! That one. The two of you settle into the boat, wobbling a little as you find your place beside each other. Oh my gosh, it's just like I imagined. Hey, it's so pretty. Look at that. Look at how pretty. You would not see that many stars in Paris. You'd see the moon, that's about it. This is so much better than the last time we were on a boat. Warmer, too. It's wonderful. Is it everything you dreamed it would be? Well, sometimes I imagined it being powered by a quirky steampunk automaton and a top hat. Wonder what the boat operator has to say about this. I will take that into consideration for next time. The moonlight sparkles on the water as the two of you take in the view of the city from the boat. Yeah, there'd be way more light pollution in Paris. Yeah, like I said, you'd see the moon. Maybe. No, you'd see the moon. The moon's pretty bright. But, yeah. Yeah. You know, I haven't really had a chance to enjoy Paris at all. Clicked a little faster than I wanted to. Yeah, we can say It's okay to take breaks sometimes. The stress of everything puts a damper on the city of love. Or, we're enjoying it now. That's all that matters. Yeah, and it's true. If the moon's full, you can't see that many stars anyway. I'm just looking at, like, they clearly think they've got, like, like, sunset to nighttime skyline going on here. Like, obviously this isn't how the sky looks at sunset, so I think this is supposed to kind of indicate passage of time, maybe? But I'm looking at this and thinking, that's not sunset, that's Paris. So yeah, it's okay to take breaks sometimes. The stress of everything puts a damper on the city of love, or we're enjoying it now. That's all that matters. I don't know. We're enjoying it now. That's all that matters. So sit back and soak it in. What? But if I sat back, I'd fall out of the boat. And I am not going to ruin these new clothes. Sloane, sweetheart. The river laps at the boat, rocking you gently as you coast together. It's peaceful, but Sloane is too quiet, shoulders getting tenser as the night goes on. You're not having much fun, are you? No, I am! This is lovely! Everything about this boat ride is lovely. The problem is everything else. Sloane takes a deep breath, and the words come tumbling out in a rush. Everything Eros did to create dames, kidnapping, copying a living person, holding someone hostage, torture? Even his programming is just wrong. I hate it. I hate all of it. The matches were never supposed to be this. I feel you. I think we're all trying to find something normal in all of this. I know the rest of you are hurting, and you're all worried for Damien, but I feel like I did this. I made the matches. Without me, Eros would never have made it this far. Oh, you can't go down that road, Sloane. You are not responsible for other people's god-awful decisions. Oh, honey, we are being her therapist right now. Take a drink. Sloane, none of us think that. But it was my work that helped bridge the gap and finally made them feel human, empathetic, complex, and more vulnerable to being mistreated by Eros. Sloane, we can say, none of this is your fault. Or, can I hug you? I love the fact that she's asking. This makes me happy. This is a happy moment. But I think I'm gonna stick with the party line here, which is Sloane, none of this is your fault. Whatever Eros did to twist your work, what you created was beautiful. You gave the matches soul, Sloane. Without you, we wouldn't have Chloe. And Nadia wouldn't have Steve. You're all right, Sloane. You didn't do this. We're all responsible for our own actions. That includes Eros. All you have ever done is be incredible. They've misused you and your abilities just as much as any of us. Thank you, Kira. I've been so focused on my work, on doing what I can to help, that I haven't really talked about any of this. You can talk to me anytime, Sloane. I'm always here for you. I should kiss her or enjoy the scenery. Wow, kissing is an option, so take a drink. And I'm not going to kiss her because that kind of feels like toying with her, I'm not going to lie, especially since we turned her down in the last book. So I should enjoy the scenery and not be a creep. The mood lifts, and both of you are free to enjoy the night. Yay! So we went on a boat ride with Sloane in Paris. Hooray! I thought the best views of the city were from the tops of the buildings. Who knew how beautiful it was to look up from the water? I wish it never had to end. You hold the door open for Sloane like a proper gentlewoman. I love it. Thank you so much for making me go outside, Kira. She's adorable. You're happy we made you go outside? Hold on, let me get Chloe. She will want to bear witness to this event. But the moment you enter the living room, you see everyone gathered around one figure. Alana? Did you miss me? Not really. Miss you? You can say, wait, who are you again? Always do. Or, is something wrong? I mean, I'm gonna guess by the music that there's nothing wrong, but I don't see any other reason for her to show up, so miss you? Is something wrong? It's pretty late. Did something happen? Yeah, exactly. I did not miss her. Alana waves the manila envelope in her hand. Remy sent me the specific instructions and codes we'll need to pull this off. Plus, I grabbed plane tickets for us. We leave tonight. The rush of packing and getting to the airport grinds to a halt as you endure 12 hours in the air. Oh my god. I would be so miserable. Ugh. But soon, you wake up from an uncomfortable plane nap to find yourself in Tokyo. Hold on, Damien. We're almost there. Cool, so that is the end of chapter 2. So we can restart or continue on. I am going to leave it here for tonight because I feel like hell. So we'll pick this back up next Monday. As far as I know, there's been some on-again, off-again talk about whether I'm going to be in town next week. I should be. But these plans literally changed 4 times over the course of 3 days, so I will literally believe it when the person I was supposed to be traveling with is gone without me. So, as for now, we will plan on next week, so same time, same place, twitch.tv/aromanticace at 7 p.m. Pacific on Monday night, where we will evidently land in Tokyo with everybody and keep this plot rolling. Friday, I will be back with more of Endless Friday, so we will be starting chapter 6, I think, of Endless Summer Book 2, where we will be... What are we doing? I don't even know. Oh, we're fighting the sea monster again. That's what we're doing. We're gonna save the Vanti from a sea monster, I think. So, tune in to find out whether we get destroyed by Nessie's evil cousin. And that'll be Friday, same time, same place. Twitch.tv/aromanticace at 7 p.m. Pacific. Enjoy whatever it is you do between now and Friday. Catch you later.